We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Des. And tonight, we're going to be talking about chasing your dreams. And we are going to talk about John Witherspoon. You got to smoke the vape on my live. At least show what it is.
It's a
Since when do you come to the live with the hookah pen, Des?
I,
Never. No, never.
I literally just want to have some hookah.
He needs to go to the hookah lounge.
No, why would I spend extra money on that when I paid for an individual one?
I don't know this. I looked up though, and it was just a bunch of smoke in my face, and I just didn't see him with it. So that was my reaction.
She got caught off guard.
I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to go to. I am 45 minutes late though, so they probably did not think I was still coming. Let me see. Trying to let some more people come. But again, it is a school night, so it could be. Oh, Chris is there. Hi, Chris.
Oh,
How are you, Chris?
it should.
I didn't have my chat open on my laptop.
Here we go. I just pulled it up. It's trying to pull up. Here we go. He says he's good. Good to hear that, Chris.
Are you doing anything for Halloween tomorrow? Are you celebrating? No? Okay. I'm sorry for chewing in front of y'all. Des made some brownies. And they're pretty good. Jerry! What's good, girl? Hey, girl, hey. We're just waiting for some more people to come, but I don't know. Tonight we're going to be talking about living your dreams and living your life for you, because a lot of times people don't do what it is that they wanted to do because they're too busy, worried about what other people think, worried about, you know, what if it doesn't work, or what if they don't make it and they don't do what makes them happy. They just do what makes them comfortable. And then life passes them by and they look back with all these regrets about what they should have done or could have done but didn't do. So with John Witherspoon passing away, it made me think about the legend that he's leaving behind, because a lot of people that I know and myself grew up watching him on TV, watching him on In Living Color, or Living, what's it called?
The Wayans
The
brothers.
Wayans brothers.
I didn't know he was on that.
He wasn't in Living Color, my bad. The Wayans brothers, watching him in Friday movies, watching him in music videos and stuff like that, and like just laughing with him and enjoying those movies. So to hear that he was gone,
That sounds dope, Chris.
definitely made me feel like, dang, what kind of legend would I leave behind? And it made me think of Bernie and the fact that Bernie lost his life in his 50s, but, John Witherspoon was 77. So it's like, y'all, maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I'm 26 and I'll be 27 next year in May. So I'm like, if I only have 50 years left to live, like, what am I doing now to make those last 50 years a good 50 years? I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck until I retire. I want to get to a point where I'm doing what I love and I'm making the money that's comfortable for me and my family, and we're just enjoying ourselves. So, on top of wanting that, I also want to help others, and I want to be able to leave a legacy behind the way that John Witherspoon has, into which everybody feels like they lost an uncle today, because he just was a staple for us. So definitely want to ask that he rest in peace, and wish well to his family and his friends and his fans, because again, it felt like we lost a family member. They were going to do season 4 of the Boondocks, and he is granddad. So it's like, either they're gonna not do it, or if they had already started filming, maybe they'll release some sort of tribute and just not be able to finish the season if they haven't already wrapped it up. So that's the only thing. I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, hopefully
sad
they
to hear
shot the
it.
last Friday movie too, because if not,
See, now they have been saying they was gonna make a Friday movie for like 7 years
they
now.
couldn't get Chris Tucker to be on board, from what I was hearing.
Now Chris
He
Tucker
didn't
probably
want
feel
to.
bad.
No, because he didn't want to do the role anyway. He just didn't want to be
The pothead.
Smokey. He just didn't want to be Smokey
How
again,
he
from
not
what I
gonna
was
be
hearing.
Smokey? Smokey is the funniest character out of all 3 movies.
I know, but from what and it might just be complete rumor. I just was hearing that he didn't want to do the role again, which, I mean, in some ways is understandable, because once you get to a certain spot acting, you don't want to feel like you're regressing, and you don't want to feel like you're being typecasted, especially as if you're getting put into something that might be considered a negative role, and not let you
Yeah.
get into the wider parts of Hollywood to make the bigger money.
But where has Chris been?
I mean,
Since the Rush Hour
he
movies.
did
I'm
a
not talking
couple of
about Rush Hour.
movies. He did a Netflix special. He did a few things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he did a few things. So he's been around, not as prominent as he once was. He's definitely been around, because in his
He said he had
old
his
bed
old bed
for
for
19
19
years,
years.
that bed
So
lasted a long time.
was that your whole life? Are you 19, or are you just saying you've had it for a long time? How do you like the new bed? Is it comfortable? I know that's something that was really important to me once I moved here. I was like, I have to have a comfortable bed because I have to get a good night's rest. And I made sure that the mattress felt good. Like, there's no bed like our bed. We were traveling over the weekend, and that bed was comfortable, but it was not our bed. I was so happy to be able to go back and sleep in my own bed, man. But yeah, y'all. Um, I was shocked to read that he passed, and I really was hoping that it was fake news, because sometimes people be killing off
Oh yeah, they
celebrities
had
on
already did one.
Instagram.
No,
Oh,
but
okay,
his
cool.
son reported it though. That's how you knew it wasn't fake news. Like his son
Oh,
put it
that
on.
that
Yeah,
heartfelt message about his dad. That
yeah,
was the one
that's his
letting us
son.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So it wasn't fake news. Like it was his son doing it, because he had a fake news death
I saw
before,
that, and I was like,
and
man,
everybody
I was
was
like,
hyping
man,
that it
that's
was fake
somebody. That's
news.
just somebody reposting that
Well, no,
that one, that old
the
one.
first thing I saw was the one from his son this morning, who he had put up saying he passed away, and I had listened to a podcast with them on it before, and his son had a YouTube channel that was his dad would make appearances on and different stuff like that. So
Aww.
yeah, it was when he put it up there, I was just like, oh, that's legit.
Oh man.
That's legit. So yeah, you
He
didn't.
kind of looks like his dad a
Yeah,
little.
and his son can sound like him. Like he can do his dad's voice.
He should do the grand. He should do the
No,
Boondocks.
I don't think so.
I think it would be nice.
I don't
It
feel
would be
like
just like when Ice Cube had that movie. What's the movie? Fight the Power.
NWA.
That his son played him.
Yeah,
That would make it okay in my
but
opinion.
Ice Cube also said it took his son a while before he approved that. Like that's not. It's not gonna be an
I mean,
easy feat.
the Witherspoon legend can live on.
But I mean, his son is a comedian already though. He does certain stuff, but I don't feel like he. I feel like it would be a minute before. I don't know. I feel like Granddad had comedic timing, and just from being a comedian for so long and working with other famous comedians, I feel like his comedic timing is different. His play on words, his mannerism and stuff are different. That was just like experience over time.
But
And
Dad,
sure may not be
it's
there.
just a voiceover.
No, but it's not though, because when you get to certain things, he had certain freedoms. So you could have mannerisms that Granddad had that may not have been written. They may have given him just creative freedom to do it.
Oh.
So when you get to a point where you can do stuff like that, it kind of can become different. And I mean, there's certain pitches and different stuff you got to get to when you do voiceovers, especially if you're trying to replace someone else's voice and they've been the original voice.
I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
I was just trying to be selfish and get the Boondocks.
Nah, I don't. Unless, see, now, like, the only thing I'd be in some ways unfulfilled because now this changes the complexity of the Boondocks. Like, if Granddad dies, where do Riley and Huey go? Do we skip however many years since the last one and they about to be out of high school? Like, how does this work?
Oh, yeah. Damn. I don't know who they go with because Granddad was the heart of the show. He was the one who was dating the stripper Mariah Carey. Fake ass Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I mean,
I love Boondocks.
It definitely creates a dilemma. I feel like it would be easier for them to do Friday because of the amount of stars you could put in the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be easier to do Friday as a remake and say Granddad passed away versus trying to do Boondocks.
Yeah.
Because
because Granddad Pops. What was he?
Pops.
He wasn't Pops on Friday.
I called him Pops.
He was not.
I just called him Pops.
He was Mr. Jones.
But
he was Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones always had a funny scene though. In the first Friday, it was the classic. Why every time you come in the kitchen? You in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food, all the chicken, all the pig feet, all the hog maw.
I mean, it's funny.
I like chicken. I want some of them pig feet.
It's funny. And yeah, he
I
does
knew his whole part. I knew his whole part.
He has an iconic part, and his movies could be good.
But that's wait, let me finish. That's just the first one. Then you got the second one where he's like, put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
That's what
And then you got the third one where he is like, get your ass off me.
I'm not saying I don't agree.
So it's like you can throw in, your, what's that guy that's always, that you could throw in your Terry Crews. You can throw in your Day Day, because Day Day was second funniest to me. Day Day. Day Day was a fool, okay? You could throw him in there. You could throw in some Williams. You probably can't sprinkle him in right now.
Yeah, you can.
But my point is, you can throw them funny people. You could throw in Pinky, but they're not the star of the movie. I mean, it would be almost like Ice Cube is not on the level with John Witherspoon, but can I finish my thought without your opinion? I'm just trying to say, Granddad is a legend before Ice Cube, but what I'm trying to say is they're both main. You can't take them out. Like, the mama wasn't in the second episode. The second one, she wasn't really important.
I agree, but what I'm saying is this: if anything, you get a bunch of people to come together because of his funeral. You can create a movie around that.
Yeah, you can.
But I mean, like,
but you're saying with the Boondocks because they're too young, because it's like gonna become a sad story. Like, where the kids gonna go?
Yeah, because now that they end up possibly having to move in with Ruckus and
Uncle Ruckus. Hell no, that ain't who I thought of. I thought of the
Tom.
Tom with the little girl.
Like, it's not.
Tom would take them in.
Yeah, but it's not gonna work with Tom because Tom is not a assertive kind of character. Like, it wouldn't work.
Oh, so you think Uncle Ruckus would be funnier?
Ruckus, like, you could constantly have banter between Huey, Riley, and Ruckus.
Ruckus would never take them kids. He don't even like black people.
I feel like you would. Like I feel like
I'm
because
gonna raise these niggas to be good niggas like
man,
me.
he gonna be like, nah, Robert, you done left me with these little nigga children of yours, knowing goddamn well I love a white man,
I
but
forgot where
because,
I was. No, sir.
because I'm your friend, and I made you this promise because I didn't think you was gonna die. I got these little nigga children, and I'm gonna raise them to work 72 job and praise the white man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it wouldn't be, it could be funny, but it wouldn't be the same. Like unless you had this son who, if he felt comfortable, make certain cameos about stuff. Like he can make a cameo and do a voiceover for maybe a few episodes, then that might work. But I feel like without it being a few episodes in a direction, it's kind of a wash.
Yeah. I'm really sad to hear that, honestly. But
Yeah, and I mean, I feel bad for his family. That's
I'm
not
sorry for
something
being
you want
silly,
to.
y'all. Sometimes being silly just makes me feel better when I hear bad news like that. But I mean, I'm thankful that he got 20. What am I talking about?
77.
77 years. And I'm 26. And I've, excuse me, been watching him since I was like maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that one hit hard for me because I actually grew up watching his stuff. Well, and even Bernie Mac hit me hard because he was still on TV when he passed away. Like his shows were still on. He was still in movies. He was still having comedy shows and stuff. So it always hits hard when it's somebody that you listen to. But I didn't grieve like I did when Whitney Houston passed. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
I didn't.
cried like Whitney Houston was my.
I didn't.
I cried like she was my aunt or something because when I was a little girl, I used to sing her songs. And I remember my sister is 20 years older than me. She was like 25 at the time. And she bought me the CD and I used to sing the songs. And I just so loved Whitney Houston. And so, like, when she passed, I do remember crying and watching her music videos because they were playing her on MTV that whole night. And I remember just like looking at how beautiful she was and how talented she was. When I was young, I used to want to be a singer. And I looked up to her so much. So when she passed, I was just so hurt. Like, I was just so hurt that she passed away. I don't know why I felt that, but I did. With this one, it hurt. I didn't like get that emotional about it like I did with Whitney, but it's not gonna feel real to me. And I know for a long time when I would see Bernie Mac on his show, the Bernie Mac show, I'd be laughing like, man, he is not gone. Like it's like he's here. He doesn't, even though I know he's not here, he feels like he's here because it was just so funny and relatable. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna tribute him and play like Friday and you know the Wayans brothers and all the stuff that he's in. And I'm sure if I turn it on and watch, it'll have that same feeling. Like his memories and his humor and stuff is gonna live on. I definitely gonna have to go ahead and buy that Friday movie so I can have it because that was my favorite one as far as the 3 Fridays. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. I want to thank y'all first of all. I have a lot of new subscribers over the last like week. And I really noticed the jump because your girl is really, really trying to get to 5,000 before the end of the year. And thanks to y'all, it really does look like it's about to happen because I am at like 4940 right now. And I was literally on Friday, I wasn't even at 49 hundred. Yeah, I was still in the 80s. And I shared it on my personal social media. And I was like, please, y'all, social media fam, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I know I share my videos on Instagram and Facebook, and y'all might watch them. You might click them. You might see them. But it doesn't mean that you're subscribed to my channel. So I'm telling y'all, over the weekend, my friends came through. They were sharing it. They were liking the video, commenting the video. People that I haven't spoken to since like we were in school together. Y'all are watching my videos. People I met years ago, y'all are watching my videos. I just want to say thank you because I am really trying to come for this because this is something that I enjoy doing. And I know that what I'm doing is touching people in a good way. And I'm helping people out and making y'all laugh and all of that. And so this is what I want to do. So my goal for this year was 5K. And when the year started, I was at a little bit over 3K. So I've grown and I'm really proud of that. And I know it sounds a little big, but I would love to see 10K by the end of 2020. So that means your girl's going to have to put in that work and do a little more than she's doing now. But I'm okay with that. And the whole point of me bringing that up is because you have to follow your dreams and you have to do what makes you happy in this life. Because whether you live to be 77 or 57, life is short. And especially once you get to an age where you're adulting and you're handling responsibilities and you can't be selfish anymore, life is short because the time that you have to do things for yourself is so limited because you're worried about paying your bills. You're worried about what you have to do as an adult that's on your plate. And so you can't take that time to learn what makes you happy and have fun like you used to when you were, college aged, high school aged, and somebody else was kind of footing your bill. So once you get to a point where you're stable, you have to just kind of soul search a little bit. And it's never too early or too late to soul search, but I would say soul search as you're finding your way and your life is stabilizing, and figure out what it is that you enjoy that makes you happy. Whether it be sports, whether it be music, whether it be dance, whether it be talking to people, whether it be being a nurse. If that's what you want to do, you want to be a nurse. You hate math, but you want to help people out. Maybe you have to be a CNA, or maybe you have to be a person that assists a nurse, assists a dentist, or something, so that you can get your feet wet doing what you actually care about. You get this life one time, and we spend a lot of time worried about what other people think of us, what other people want from us, what other people are going to say about us. And it's like, I think the Bible even said that they talked about Jesus. And that man did everything for everybody and was the epitome of perfection, right? So it's like, you got to stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. And that includes the people that you love. Because sometimes the people that love you want to keep you where they know you at. And they don't want to see you evolve because they're afraid of how that affects them. And so it's like, if you're too busy listening to closed-minded relatives that are afraid that you're going to forget about them if you go past, then you end up cutting yourself short because you're not doing what you want to do. You living for what your mom wants, your dad wants. You living based on what your aunts, grandma, I said grandpa twice, is telling you to do. And it's like you not happy because you living a life that you don't really feel pleased by. So I'm not telling you to go out this world and be reckless, but I'm just telling you, take a chance sometimes. But, you know, learn from whatever you do, no matter what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. Why you make that face? He doesn't want to share his snap with me, guys. I'm just getting one. I'm just getting one. Husbands.
Watch.
It was your turn to talk.
I mean, you pretty much summed it up in a nutshell.
Well, if it's summed up, are we gonna stay on and talk, or
Yeah,
you gonna bring up the next topic?
I know. I mean, it's furthering. I mean, in my opinion, the John Witherspoon thing kind of hit me like, man, dang, that's messed up. But I mean, I've never really had a celebrity that I was like truly heartbroken over that passed away. Um, I can't think of anybody. I got sad when Macho Man Randy Savage died.
Is that a wrestler?
Yes. See, hey, folks, we like that. Actors, they real people. Like, damn. That's like if I laugh at you when Whitney Houston died.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't have anybody that's been like
I don't know anybody
that
that idolizes the wrestler, so that's
you
why it
don't
was
know a
funny
lot
to
of
me.
folks. Then I mean, well, the wrestling community is small, so I mean, in a way, it's understandable. It's a small, confident group of people, but I mean,
Really
I don't,
confident, really muscular.
I don't really have,
Do they have overweight wrestlers?
yeah, plenty of them.
The ones you watch don't look like that.
No, but I
They're
mean,
thick.
but what was I trying to say? I mean,
Sorry, I
I
interrupted
just
you.
don't have a celebrity that I've ever been that kind of infatuated with that's passed away.
Oh
It's
yes,
kind of crazy
infatuated.
because for me, that's what like I don't
I'm not.
really
I don't feel like I
idolize.
don't feel like I was
No, I
infatuated.
didn't
And
say
idolize
I
isn't.
didn't say you were.
Idolize. Idolize wasn't a good word, but
I don't really
I really
look
look.
up
I looked
to.
up to Whitney Houston. I'm not
I
gonna lie,
didn't
I did.
really. It's no celebrities I really looked up to like that on a
I was
basis.
gonna say there's been no celebrities that I looked up to like that since then.
I
Like
mean, yeah,
like the closest I can think of is when I was like in middle of school, elementary. The Shake It Off Mariah Carey. I really liked her because
uh,
I liked her songs. I was really into R&B.
yeah, I don't.
But with the music that we have, that's a good conversation. That's a good segue. But I don't know if you agree or not. But the music that we have these days makes it extremely hard to connect with artists.
Not really.
Yes, like they
Not
don't be talking about nothing. Like a
well.
lot of
See,
these,
that's the
what
that.
a lot of the mumble rap and a lot of the pop and mainstream sound that they've been really trying to push over the last 5 years. I'm telling you, it's wiping away the connection that we feel with
Not if
people.
you are connected
If
to what
you're
they're talking about,
if
though.
you're still listening to people with purpose, then maybe not. But I'm just talking about what's mainstream. It's like I hate to say it, but like if you really think about the last 5 years, maybe 5 years ago, maybe it was 4 years ago, because it was when I was in college. We were all raved up about Young Thug. We was all raved up about him, right? Now 4 years later, the wave is the baby and Lil Baby. And I'm not trying to doubt where they'll be in 4 or 5 years because they could stay on the map, but it'll wave into someone else. And the same thing is like with Cardi B. Like a year ago, literally 2018, Cardi was killing it. That's all you heard. Cardi B this, Cardi B that. Now there's Meg The Stallion. Now I don't really hear artists trying to compare the two of them, which I'm really glad because their sounds are different, and I'm not the type of person that feels like one person can't reign. I mean, that, like more than one person can reign, but it's like a lot of flippy floppy. It's like it'll trend. Somebody will trend for a little while, and then you'll be on to the next, and you're not connected to anybody unless they pass away. Then we're quoting them. We live by who they are. Oh man, I used to rock with them. Blah 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 blah. But it's not like be where like back in the days of Lauren and Jill Scott's old stuff, and you know, like even like 2003 circa. What is it? Circa? What's it?
Circa
Circa
2003.
2003 to 2006. And then, like, as far as college days go for me, I was in college from 11 to 15. And I was in high school from 7 to 11. So it's like, I remember just feeling more connected to the artist. Like, old Kanye West. Old. Like, that old sound. Not this new, cocky BS. Like you have a good artist slide in there every now and then, and they kill it, and they're the goat, but they go underrated compared to the mess that's promoted mainstream. That's all I'm saying. So it's like if like I don't feel like there's not an artist that I would feel so pressed. Not to say I wouldn't be sad if they passed away, because a stranger could pass away or someone who I only saw a picture of one time, and I would feel bad. But I just mean like there's no one that's like a legend in my eyes that would just like hurt my whole heart if they was like
But
gone. Hey Sunshine, how you
the
doing?
whole thing with that is though you're connected to certain sounds because of what was played around you. So you connect with Jill Scott and Lauren them 9 times out of 10 because the people who are older than you and around you constantly encourage you that was good music.
Yeah.
With today's artists, they're gonna talk about
My,
what their experience was.
well, what
So
is your?
I can't say they're not. I can't say that they're bad artists because music, just like any other artist, subjective, and you're only gonna hit a certain audience based on what your experiences were. Mary J. Blige is gonna hit with folks because most people have had a breakup where they've been sad and make their way back and express themselves. Cool, she has a market. Same thing with Neo Soul. They talk about certain things that are gonna connect, but just
I was
like
gonna say I love Mary J. Blige though.
Right, but just like you have Young Thug and Lil Wayne and Jeezy and all them, everybody has their area that they can speak with expertise from. Because when somebody's not speaking with expertise, it's kind of like you just running your mouth. It's a waste. So, yeah.
Oh yes, because Loretta Devine is like the mama. She like the mama in every movie. Yeah.
I mean,
Great in the Exhale. She played in so many movies. Like that would be that Name 5 game where you had to name 5 in like a minute or something like that. You'd be like, name 5 movies that Loretta Devine played in. Go. Like she is in so many movies.
I mean, it's one of them things where I feel like everybody has a platform. It's good to connect, but I feel like legends are not supposed to be in every year. Like you're not supposed to have a legend or a goat of every year. It's not supposed to work like that.
Yeah, we don't.
You're supposed to have 1 or 2, maybe a few, but not like 10, 12, 15. It's not supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I can see that though.
So I mean, I'm not mad. Like you gotta have fillers. Even with the party we were at Friday, like the songs that played.
Oh yeah, like okay, I'll tell you who
came on.
It brought good vibes.
Yeah, like
it brought good vibes because we grew up like going to the high school dance, listening to the song. Right. In college, dance to the song.
Right.
So yeah, like I get what you're saying.
Right. It's supposed to be that.
Now we have self-proclaimed legends instead of community-appointed legends. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not that these people are not talented and that we don't vibe with their music, but it's kind of like when Jacquees came out and said, "Oh, I'm the prince of R&B," or "I'm the king of R&B," and it's like Michael Jackson didn't have to say he was the king of whatever because somebody else said it for him. We said it for him.
You're in a different era.
Whitney Houston, when she passed, they say she a legend. Whitney didn't call herself like Whitney and Mariah. I've never heard neither one of ladies come up saying I'm the queen of R&B. I'm this and that. The same way that you
don't think it, you have a problem. There's a problem.
But that's not what I'm saying. You can think it all you want to, but you're proclaiming it.
Proclaim it.
And to compete with other people.
Proclaim it and go out and back it up. It's nothing wrong with that.
The people that are proclaiming it are not backing it up. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You don't feel that way. That's what I'm saying. Again,
it's not about what I think.
No,
it's about culture.
Music is
culture is not saying that Jacquees is the king of R&B.
But most of these people who out here talking about Jacquees ain't this and that can't hold a tune whether they drunk or
Yosha can hold a tune, and he is not the king of R&B. Let us tell you that you're the king of R&B.
When Jacquees first
like when Chris Brown came out, we did not call him king of anything.
It was plenty of people who called Chris Brown the king.
Did Chris Brown call himself? Yes, I don't remember that. I don't recall. Hey, Shintavia, how you doing?
Every artist who thinks they're good does it. Anybody, whether it's sports or anything else, people do it. It's like
the king of R&B. Oh, R. Kelly.
I agree, and I have no problem with listening.
Haley's, how you doing?
I'm not. Y'all can fight the urge and step in the name of love all you want to.
You gonna make folks unsubscribe to my channel talking about that child molester now. We're gonna get off of here with that.
I didn't say I like him as a person. I said I like the music.
Sometimes we gotta separate.
Who said I'm not? I just literally just said I didn't say I like what he did. I like the music he made.
I know.
We sit up here and definitely look at other actors, artists, whoever, and we still can separate them if we want to. All I'm saying is I don't know
if you mess up too bad, then I'm not loyal.
I'm sorry, I'm a fan, and I'm not.
Such I said, happy people.
I'm not a fickle fan at that. If I like you, I like you. I can separate both.
I'm not a fickle fan, but I am going to hold you accountable.
I didn't say don't.
And like I watch Kev on stage here on YouTube, and he and his wife are really successful. Kev is like a comedian, but Kev did a really good video about this, and it was like he was basically saying like it comes a point in time where when people make certain decisions, they have to understand that that's going to affect their business, their sales, or whatever.
It already did.
So it's like you're gonna lose fans if you make a decision like that.
Hold on, but before we get there,
no, not before I get there, because I'm not done.
The music industry had already cut him off. None of his stuff is really played on YouTube. Spotify pulled all this stuff. Apple Music pulled all this stuff. All of his tours got canceled, and he lost his record deal. Everything that everybody else thought they was doing and want to listen to stuff in private, all of his stuff is already gone. People have already held him accountable.
Saying certain fans may not want to deal with
they
it.
Don't. It's
because you have to hold people accountable. That's what I'm saying.
Great. So here's my issue. Did you hold him accountable when the stories came out the first time?
Yeah, actually.
Right, you did. Most people didn't. Most people did like they did on Boondocks and made a joke out of it. So my thing is, if you were so funny to joke about it then when we understood it was facts,
maybe we didn't believe it then.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you not believe that it's not even that, but the girl admitted to it. She admitted it. So now that we didn't think it was fact, we knew it was facts. We didn't care. It wasn't until that documentary came out a couple of months ago where victims started coming out that we were like, oh man, that's messed up. I'm finna cut off R. Kelly. It's the same shit we knew. We knew he had married Aaliyah. We knew he was sleeping with underage women. We knew he was sitting up here and taping it and having loose.
Sometimes people give people a pass when it's celebrities.
Why?
I think sometimes the celebrities we give celebrities a pass. It ain't just celebrities.
It's not just celebrities.
It's celebrities.
Because folks do it with Uncle Johnny and John Roy. And you do it with that cousin everybody come to Thanksgiving with and sit there and act like ain't nothing wrong.
I agree with that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm saying we give celebrities a pass because they're famous. Because Beyonce and Jay-Z are very much so a big age difference when they met and when they started dating, even now. But because it's Jay-Z and Beyonce, a lot of folks didn't really bring that up. Now, when this R. Kelly argument came about, I did see some people say like, well, y'all aren't mad at Jay-Z with Beyonce. Why y'all not mad at Beyonce's dad? Because that was who was managing her at the time and let her go and be with Jay-Z.
That's the problem.
She was 16 and he was in his late 30s. Exactly.
Right, but my issue with that is
I didn't miss your other comment, Sunshine. I'm gonna address that one too. But my point is that we give celebrities passes. Even Lil Wayne's daughter and that rapper that she dates. She's like 18. She's like 18, and her boyfriend, I forgot, he a rapper or something. He like almost 30, 20 something, like 7 or 8 years older than her. So it's like, yes, she was 18, but it's like, what does your 27-year-old ass want with an 18-year-old? I'm almost 27 right now, and I'm telling you, it ain't shit I want with an 18-year-old.
It's not unusual. It's been done throughout the annals of time for years and years.
I'm just saying that the age thing.
It's been done forever. B, it's not unusual. But my biggest issue is, let's not sit up here and...
Uncle Luke had Trina tap dancing since she was 15, going on whole tours. See, she just proving, giving me examples. That's my whole point.
My issue is that why are you not holding them accountable anyway? It don't matter whether they celebrities or not. Quit putting celebrities on a pedestal.
Because we put celebrities on a pedestal. You put them up even there like, okay, let's go all the way back. No, let's go all the way back with Michael Jackson in that Jackson 5 movie. Remember the little interview? Like, if y'all haven't seen it, it was an interview in that older movie when he was a kid where he was told to pretend to be an age that he was not because it looked better. I think they wanted him to be younger, though. But the point is, like, the whole lying about your age thing or just being low-key with these inappropriate relationships is pushed because they think it's cute. Basically.
People think it's
and they
everyday
normalize
life.
it and make it relationship goals on social media.
But that's the thing. It's enough folks at home who ain't sitting up here and teaching it and living
Wealth,
by
colorism, and pretty privilege protect them from being held accountable. That's exactly what it is.
But it shouldn't protect them. My thing is, as you
it does until too many people care.
But that's my thing. You should care from the beginning, and that's a human thing. If you don't care from the beginning, don't come back and tell me you care later. Do not, because the situation did not change. The shit that was in the media did not change. So if you care all of a sudden now, you could have cared then. You could have paid the same attention and analyzed. That's a lack of focus. People protect it because you aspire to be.
Yeah,
but
that goes back into when you don't hold your family and your celebrities accountable because you love them.
You won't hold your family accountable for most stuff, and you sit up here and got all kind of stuff going on in your own family, but then you want to turn around and talk crap about somebody else. Miss me with it. Hold the same folks accountable. If you hold one accountable, cool. The other one's no different.
Baby,
sorry, they're no different. So I feel like that's not a pass. I'm not. My thing is, when the R. Kelly thing came out, I took it extremely seriously, and I was like, "That's disgusting." And it was because I had seen my mom work cases where it was similar.
But for me, it's so disgusting that I can't even listen to your music the same. That's how. No, then you're not as disgusted.
No, I am, because we also listen to a lot of other songs that are subliminal that talk about the same stuff that our parents know about. We talk to people all the time who sat up here and did it. I'm not as disgusted because I'm still disgusted.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Bull. Because if age ain't nothing but a number, we wouldn't be in this R. Kelly situation.
Age ain't nothing but a number. It can have different meanings.
No, it's the same meaning.
No. So when I initially heard those songs, and then you had Pretty Ricky come out and make, their versions of Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, it basically made me realize that, like, I'm sitting here thinking of it as age ain't nothing but a number for me and my boyfriend that's my age. And that's why I resonated with the song. I wasn't thinking of it from a molesting type of way or an inappropriate way of dating some man that's much older than me and let me prove myself to him, or vice versa. So I'm saying most people that would never do anything crazy like that are not thinking of it in a perverted way. So to find out that the song may have been and is most likely written about that inappropriate situation is disgusting to me. And the fact that most of his music teaches us how to be intimate with people. It's sex music. It's like, I mean, you can just choose to not think about it if you don't want to, but I'm so analytical that I cannot.
So did other music. It's no different than we heard all our stuff in the 80s that wasn't appropriate. The difference
I don't care about the appropriateness, but if your intent, the inappropriateness is not that it's about sex. The inappropriateness about it is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was about sex. The sex does not make it inappropriate. It's the fact that you're talking about having minors. These songs are about minors.
You hear music from the 80s.
No, you don't.
Yes,
not about minors.
Yes,
not about having sex with minors.
Yes,
it's about having sex, not sex with minors.
Okay, you have plenty of older artists. Yes, you can. It's because you've done it. It's plenty of older artists who slept with younger women. It's no different. R. Kelly didn't do nothing different than what folks did in the 80s. The difference between now and then is that we have phones and social media.
Kids.
He did nothing different than a lot of these other artists have done.
So why they not in trouble?
Because we didn't have social media and we didn't have this big ass uprising.
Where the people at that was abused and stuff? Why they didn't come out and say something?
People did, but in the 80s, again, you don't have a backing, you don't have social media, and we do what you just talked about was a bad thing. We sit up here and we highlight how great it is to be a celebrity. So, oh no, that celebrity couldn't have did that.
You are justifying some BS.
I'm not justifying it.
My point was good. And here you go. Something else.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is,
I'm not talking about the 80s. I was talking about what happened with this, where we have evidence about.
It's not that there was a lack of evidence then, Yosha. The only difference is
if there was evidence, then why are the people
because
not?
we have people on pedestals, and like you said, when you're a celebrity, when you're a celebrity, it's acceptable. No different then, but now you don't have social media.
Thank you, Sean, because Daz loves to miss my point.
Talking about sex isn't.
To miss my
I didn't
point.
say talking about sex
No, because
bad.
you're going off on. Yes, you
No,
did. That's basically what you said.
No,
you said that they were doing the same thing.
They were doing,
and that's
right.
not what I'm saying.
You're not saying that. What I'm saying is there's music that were made about people who did the same stuff. We're supposed to be worried
about my point.
Your point is understandable and valid. What I'm saying is we validate the same music.
That what you said the first time,
Yosha,
we're not validating the
yes,
same
we are.
music.
You just don't know it because you don't look it up. The difference now is that we had a situation that everybody highlighted and laughed at, and then 10 years later felt bad about because we realized how real it was. So that's a shame on people. That's not shame on music. He been rapping about the same shit, been singing about the same shit. He ain't the only one who's done it. The difference is he just did not hide his camera. That's the only difference between R. Kelly and a lot of folks. He didn't
hide the camera. He had the camera ready.
Right.
That's the difference.
No, right. The difference is he never hid the camera. All these other folks hid it. They fucked people and they made sure they
on my channel.
They had a team around them of people who were set up to understand how it worked. R. Kelly got lazy, he got sloppy, and he started using money thinking he was going to never run out of it to be able to pay people off. He ran out of money. People wanted money back. What happens? We get a Lifetime special where what do people do? They get their money.
Nobody get book deals. See you. They can hear you because you're loud.
You get money. You get book deals. They can't.
You just go and get whatever you was going to go get. I don't like having discussions with Daz because he gets all mad and stuff like I'm R. Kelly or something.
No, I'm not saying you're R. Kelly.
Snacks, please.
All I'm saying is people have been doing the same stuff, and now that we have everybody's upset. It's no different.
I'm just saying that if you didn't believe or know, hey Latrice, if you didn't believe or know that the music was about that stuff, and then you decide to look into this documentary and you find out, you're not that late. We started late. We started at 10:40, not 10:40, 10:15, 10:20ish. So we was late. So you're not late. Y'all, you're right on time. Okay, Sunshine. I think the biggest difference is in the 80s and 90s, people referred to ages and fetishes as a personal preference.
Exactly.
Today, more folks are acknowledging it, and it's problematic.
Exactly. We looked at it as a.
I guess I'll agree with that because that argument makes more sense because she used the word ageism.
It's the same thing I've been saying.
It's how you say it sometimes. The delivery.
Never mind.
The delivery.
No, it's you not wanting to sit up here and be like, oh no, there's just one. No, if you listen to what I'm saying, I didn't say anything other than we're less accepting of what they were accepting of back then. We're saying it's the same.
That is kind of the same thing.
It's the same pedestal that they're on that gives them leeway. It's the same amount of money that you're able to pay people off with.
I got a question. Wasn't Tina Turner young when she met Ike Turner?
I'm sure she was. It's not an unusual thing for people in the business to meet older folks because you don't have people in the business that's going to have the same leeway. You don't have the same influence. So, yeah, you're able to take advantage of younger people.
Oh, sorry, Latrice. We were talking about John Witherspoon, and then it turned into us talking about legends. And somehow we got to music. Wait, let me finish. Somehow we got to music, and we were talking about artists that were legends. And I said Whitney Houston to me was a legend. So when she passed away, I was really hurt over it because I looked up to her as a little girl. And then I said there's really not been a lot of new age artists that are legends like that because there's just a lot of this vain pop drop music. So then that brought us to I think it was Shantavia or Sunshine said that R. Kelly is a legend. And that's how we got on this conversation about R. Kelly. And I said I don't listen to his music anymore because of what he did. And so we got on to the conversation of holding celebrities accountable the same way we hold our family accountable and not putting them on this pedestal because we have him on this pedestal that accepts behavior. And Dez was saying that we knew about R. Kelly 10 years ago when they came out with that Boondocks episode that kind of ties to John Witherspoon. And we made a joke of it. And it was even a joke before, like it used to be on Dave Chappelle's show, I'm gonna pee on you and all that, blah, blah, blah. So basically, to make a long story short, it's like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. And then I want y'all to know that Dez is vaping on my live. There's no illegal activities going on over here. So if y'all saw that smoke, that's what it was. He decided to be cool today and pull out the hookah pen. He just wanted to be cool, so I just wanted y'all to know.
But nah,
but yeah. And yeah, Whitney was older than Ray J. But see, when women are cougars, for some reason we think it's cute.
No, it's not that we. It's not.
No, we make a joke of it though. Right, it's not seen as nasty the same way with the guys. I don't know why. Back to
our live from a couple of weeks ago, we say men's bodies are not as valued, so it don't look the same. It's the same stuff that's been taught. It's nasty when guys do it to men, but guys do it to women because they were weaker and men are more strong, and he was her manager and he was the agent or the record producer that was signing her to this, and he was the director of a movie. Like, it's always a way to paint the guy out as the bad guy. You don't do that about women because you say, well, guys shouldn't be subjected to the same stuff that girls go to, yada, yada, yada. It's no different. It's the same stuff.
Well, I just think that we got off topic, but it was a good debate.
I mean, my only thing is listen to what you want to and be able to defend why you listen to it. Other than that, it is what it is.
Well, like I said, I don't feel comfortable listening to a lot of his music that's about sex because I don't know if the music was being written about sleeping with an underage person.
I don't know about
and that's inappropriate to me. So I can't think about that. And like I was saying before, yes, I listen to music that's about sex, but if I find out that the person that wrote it intended it to be for somebody who's underage, then that no longer resonates with me, if that makes sense. I can believe that I can fly, because I believe I can fly don't got nothing to do with having sex.
Yeah, we still believe we can fly, step in the name of love, do the remixed ignition, all of it. You can.
I guess that was okay. It changes my perception. I can't. But that song, that star up in the sky, something way up high. I'm the world's greatest. That one, I think we sang that at graduation or something. That's a motivational song. I don't have to think about nothing weird with that. But I don't see nothing wrong. Like, I do. I can't sing. I can't do it no more. I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly what you wrote. I know what you wrote about, not who you wrote it about. So I'm good. I'm going to listen to it either way. Hate me, love me.
I don't hate you, but I am giving you the side eye right now.
Okay. Give me a thousand of them.
See, Latrice is with me. She said I was at a party and they played Step in the Name and I sat my butt on down. That would have been me. I can't dance to him no more.
But it's nothing wrong if you do. If you choose to, it's nothing wrong with that.
It's just awkward. I'm like, oh, I did used to like that song. All right. Time to go get some water.
Because they played something. They played something with R. Kelly Friday at the party we were at. And I was definitely right there singing along and enjoying it.
Did I sing?
Probably.
I don't remember. Probably. I don't feel like I sang.
It was an R&B party.
Or I feel like I might have stopped.
It was only so long they could go without playing R. Kelly at an R&B party. You can't get away with that. You gotta play.
I mean, we got Brandy, you got Monica, you got Mary J.
But they only cover so much of R&B. A lot of your classics come from a legend such as.
Sunshine said, wait, are we still listening to Michael Jackson?
Yeah, why would I not be listening to
I personally don't believe those accusations. There was a documentary that I studied in college. And Latrice says you sound like my husband.
Cuz, what's the point of cutting all your stuff off?
Latrice, that's so funny because I said earlier I'm the younger version of you. It makes me laugh.
I don't have...
Wait.
time to be cutting stuff off.
Sunshine, I don't believe that about Michael Jackson. I was saying in college, I studied this documentary my senior year where the kids came out and they were basically saying that none of this stuff happened.
Yeah, it was a money ploy.
It was fake. Like,
it was a money
the
ploy.
parents were trying to set him up by sending them over there. But I genuinely in my heart don't believe he did that to those kids. And people just tarnish his reputation the last 6 or 7 years of his life saying that crap about him. I don't believe it. No, I mean, if it happened, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but genuinely, I don't believe that happened. Because Michael Jackson would have been the best person to make an example out of if he did.
They did make an example out of Mike,
but they could have made it worse. They didn't Bill Cosby Michael Jackson.
They damn near did.
Well,
every comedian you saw was talking about Michael Jackson and little boys. TV shows,
even Cat
comedies,
Williams,
everybody, even shows Subliminity would make stuff out to about that.
Sunshine said they almost did. I was trying to give it a pass.
Yeah, they pretty much made an example out of him. They did it. And the thing is, you had people come back out later and say, oh, well, it didn't happen. No different than Janice what, Dickinson?
What'd she do?
She came back out and she filed a case against Bill Cosby. Now that he's in jail and put away, she didn't came back out and said, "Oh well, no, nothing ever happened with me and him."
Girl, go to jail.
But that's defamation of character. So my biggest
is she in jail?
No, she's a free woman.
Exactly. I think Leaving Neverland might have been the documentary I watched in school.
Leaving Neverland didn't.
Oprah. Ooh, do tell. What she do? You know about what she said?
Yeah, a couple of months ago, Oprah said something backhanded about him, and it really painted him in a bad light. But when he did one of his last couple of interviews that he really did on TV, it was with Oprah.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, she did.
But I mean,
Whitney Houston too?
I don't know. Leaving Neverland Ranch didn't do as much for the black community because how many black kids were there?
0.
Exactly. Or Surviving R. Kelly was a black thing. Why? Because who was most of the victims that we saw?
Black women that wanted R. Kelly.
Exactly. Most of the stuff we saw.
Everybody. Oh, Oprah produced Neverland.
I'm not surprised. Oprah is a businesswoman.
What?
At the end of the day, it's about business. She went ahead and took a piece of a movie that was gonna make her a bunch of money and get a bunch of views. She took a business deal. But I mean, with any of these movies, if you watch them long enough and you truly want to believe what's being said, you'll believe it.
Interesting.
I'm not saying that whatever is in them could be right or wrong. I don't know. I wasn't there, and it really don't concern me. Exactly. Because you had what? You didn't show it all at once. You showed episode by episode, and everybody got their little 15 minutes of fame. Everybody was trending on Twitter. Everybody's story was on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Snapchat, and everything else. Everybody had their money. They didn't come out and say that stuff for free. Because the thing is, if R. Kelly can prove it wrong in court, that's a defamation of character, and that's a lawsuit. And R. Kelly's wife was younger than him when they got married too. That ain't nothing new. Even if you watch whatever show she was on.
She did. I remember seeing her. I didn't even watch Surviving R. Kelly because social media. My Facebook friends were telling everything that was happening anyway. Exactly. But what was I going to say? I saw the Instagram video of the wife talking about it. So, and when I saw that, I was just like, I don't really know what to say.
I mean, I'm not surprised that she, in some ways, not really supported, but kind of, sort of, did, and just kind of give her opinion on it. The baby. It's not a surprising thing, but I mean, I feel like it's one of those things to where you can definitely look at it, and anything that you see like that can definitely be detrimental to somebody's character if you look at it long enough and it's produced well enough. It definitely has the ability. A whole bunch of
acknowledgement, a lack of accountability. Everyone knew this stuff was happening and claimed they just didn't know what to do.
And most of the people who done turned in them tapes were folks who are on R. Kelly's team and were looking for a payday. Folk, these tapes didn't just come out of nowhere.
Dang.
These stories didn't just come out of nowhere. These parents, from what R. Kelly has said, and I don't have a reason not to believe him, who's been paying out money. He been paying out money, ducats. We ain't acknowledging that.
I just thought they wanted to because they wanted the money.
No, because if we talk about
sleeping together for money, not
like
because
sleeping together
they
and
were
one
raped.
person is like stupid drunk. She's incoherent, unable to make her own decisions because she been drinking so damn much.
Like when R. Kelly, when Rick Ross said put the Molly in her champagne, she didn't even know it.
Exactly. Like
and he lost all them endorsements.
He lost the shoe deal and some small piece of his record label, but it was just like
I agree, Latrice.
Folks are held accountable, but yeah, I mean, no, he did need to be outed. If it happened, yes, out it. It's nothing wrong with it.
But yeah, the people was being compensated.
Exactly, sunshine.
And the money went away.
Bags stopped coming in the mail, and folks got when all you doing is blackmailing somebody for money. Yeah, it's only so long you gonna blow through that money because you think if I blackmail them, I'm gonna keep getting. Okay, cool. Now
they run out of money, then you dumb because you had a payment plan your whole life and didn't make nothing of your life.
Not even that, but now you done set up here. You done got up.
I wish I had.
Nah, Bill kind of did that way, but not really. Bill didn't get done like that, and Monica Lewinsky was the aide in Bill not being done like that. The one who was in the White House who supposedly.
Oh, Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
I knew
that's what I'm saying.
Like
Monica played a role because Monica knew what it was. She understood. Okay, let me shut up, or let me do whatever I'm gonna do. Whatever's gonna come out. And a little bit later on, I'm gonna get me a book deal, and I'm gonna stack my money. Not the first time it's been done. Not gonna be the last time it's done.
Monica had a relationship with Bill Cosby.
With Bill Clinton, what you? Monica Lewinsky, baby.
I thought she was talking about Bill Cosby, not Bill Clinton.
Oh well, if it was Bill Cosby, yeah, they definitely got Bill, and it ain't the but it ain't the. I mean Clinton, but I'm saying as a white counterpart, Bill Clinton.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to figure out why. Monica Lewinsky.
I automatically thought, as far as somebody who was prominent in pop culture, I was thinking Bill Clinton because he had a situation with Monica Lewinsky that was well known.
Yeah, I got you. Bill didn't go like that at all. We still like Bill to this day.
Exactly.
The black community loves Bill Clinton.
I don't know why when we know what's been aided.
I know what you're saying, but in theory, he's like the coolest president.
And then they did Bill Cosby like that because Bill Cosby wanted to buy NBC. And why do you want positive black television at this day and age on a major network? Not the first time it had happened to him when he was trying to buy NBC.
The accusations came out a first time a few years ago.
Yeah, that was the first time it came out when he was first time trying to buy NBC for about $500 million and they didn't want him to buy it. Mm-hmm. That's the first time all his stuff came out. Mm-hmm. Then when he tried to buy it again, what we do? Round him up. Let's go. We're going to create this Bill Cosby movement. And what hurt me about that is that black folks started acting. It was folks who had been talking about this, and the first thing we did was we found ways to make money off of that, not realizing all the money he had gave to colleges, and everybody was slowly stripping his name off stuff, but not wanting to get no money back. That's what hurt my feelings. Everybody don't want to disown Cosby and all this. Ain't nobody trying to cut no checks and get no money back. We keeping all the stuff he gave us, but we gonna sit here and humiliate you and do whatever.
We got a drink down here called the Bill Cosby.
I've never heard of that, but that's sad. And I like alcohol, but I never drink that, and not even for the reasons you would think. That I just don't. Anything that's ethnic like that, that's just we making money off of something that's funny, even though we're all saying we against it. I can't support that. Why would you call a drink a Bill Cosby, but you hate what he did to women when they were drinking? Please tell me that's not oxymoronic and absolutely idiotic.
Because it's supposed to knock you out.
Right, but why are we sitting up here and encouraging having a drink called Bill Cosby when we're sitting up here and saying what he did to folks while they were drinking, slipping stuff in their drinks and drugging them was bad. It's
So,
not good. It's
so
backhanded.
you see how he feels about that? That's the same thing as dancing to
No,
Age
it's
Ain't
not.
Nothing But a
No, it's
Number
not.
and singing it when you know that he was talking about freaking on young
No,
girls.
what I'm saying is
That's exactly
no,
the
it's
same
not.
thing.
Because what I'm saying is people are going to go and drink the bill. Why?
People are going to play the song, you know, they know it's about little girls. Why? It's the same thing. You get it.
No,
you just
it's
said
not
it the exact
same.
same way. Yes.
No, it's not.
You proved my point.
No, I didn't.
Talking about something completely different, but it's the same.
No, it's not the same.
That's exactly right.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying is
yes, Latrice.
The difference of what I'm saying is nobody else. Once we sat up here with R. Kelly and we took his record deal and his tour dates and all the money he was making off Apple, YouTube, Spotify, and Pandora, we took all that away. He's not making any more money. Folks don't want to play his music. What we did with that was we took the Cosby Show off, but the black community as a whole started making money. We started making memes off Bill Cosby. We named drinks after Bill Cosby. We sat up here and made T-shirts off Bill Cosby.
How do I get paid for making memes?
I'm not sure. It's probably a way you can do it. It's just like if you put something up on YouTube with enough views, it'll find ways to make you money. I'm sure.
Oh, so does Instagram, you get monetized on Instagram and it can make you money? I
feel like it's certain ways you can with sponsorships and different levels of Instagram. But my biggest thing is that what happened is with R. Kelly, we shut it down and it became optional. People with Bill Cosby was like, okay, well, I don't want to watch the Cosby Show, but let me go make a drink named after him.
I need to get on that too, if that's a thing.
I feel like it's a way to
I know that people that have big followings, they have sponsored content, so they'll start posting something and they'll put #ad and they'll talk about it and they get paid. But I'm pretty sure people that like have 1 million followers are getting paid for running their page. But I always thought that was brand deals. I mean, let me find out that Instagram is like YouTube and you can monetize.
I feel like
it's working on
Instagram.
You can
monetize Instagram. There's ways you can monetize Facebook. But yeah, you can trademark
like on Fleet.
Yeah, you can trademark that, and then you can you own the words or you own the phrase. So when somebody goes out there and repeats it, if you decide, oh well, let me take legal action, I get paid every time somebody says that.
What?
Yeah, like
what? Lil Wayne, I should have came up with something, y'all. Dang.
Lil Wayne, he trademarked Bling Bling when the Hot Boys was out. So he owns that.
I didn't even know.
So he's making money off of that. It's ways you can do that. But all I'm saying is the opposite of R. Kelly. Folks went and made a show about them and said, you know what, I'm going to cut
Hot Girl Summer.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Meg went ahead and I'm sure she did Hot Girl Summer and is making.
But see, real Hot Girl stuff, honestly, I felt like that was a recycle of the 90s. Because it was the Hot Boys.
But here's the thing, though. If it's not trademarked, it's fair game.
Ah, boo.
It's got to be trademarked.
And
you still have
all she did was copy the 90s.
Not really.
Because she loves Trina and she loves Nicki.
Yeah, but not really. She took it a step further.
She copied Trina.
I don't think so.
A little.
I don't think so. I think it may have been a play on it, maybe.
Since I said it was fair game. I guess she on your side.
It's fair game. It's trademarking. They do it to
It's just been long enough for it to not be popular right now. It ain't like it's not like when somebody sampled Pretty Ricky.
But you gotta sell it the right way.
And we like that was only 7 years ago.
It's a regional thing that got nationwide. It's a certain way you have to market it. And she marketed it the right way and she came up on her money on it. It's nothing wrong with that.
All right, no shame. But all I want is her knees when I grow up because I used to be able to pop the lock and drop it right like that. Back when I wasn't supposed to be popping lock.
I feel like with that, it's just folks decided to make money off of Bill Cosby after they took down stuff that the people who were actors on there they were making money and getting residuals, and now it stopped.
Yes, knees. What?
So
stamina. That's why I'm getting this weight off. Yes, Latrice. Triple reinforced. She can do it all. Like I'm gonna get back. Like, yep. Yep. I was gonna say something I forgot. Latrice, are you still on your weight loss journey? I saw that you were posting a lot of smoothie recipes and stuff. If you are, I was going to give you my update for October since I haven't been uploading them how I'm supposed to. I schedule my videos so far in advance. Sometimes, like right now, I'm behind and I need to film so I can get stuff scheduled. But when I'm ahead, it might be like 2-3 weeks ahead that y'all are seeing these uploads. So it's like I would be updating y'all and I would have to either post them closer to real time or like do it from my phone or just do a live every Sunday or every Wednesday, one of the days that I'm weighing in to tell y'all what's going on. Otherwise, it would be super behind. And I don't want to make it like a monthly vlog because I feel like nobody would want to watch that. Yes, I agree with you, Sunshine. People love to profit off of people love to profit off of our heartbreak, our embarrassment, our buffoonery. Like that's been like that for years. Mm, that's deep. I want Des to see it. I think he went to the restroom. I agree with you, dude. Sunshine gave a great comment. She said that people love to profit off of black trauma. Exactly. And then she said, hella folks were making I Can't Breathe t-shirts to honor Eric Gardner, but didn't give proceeds to his family.
Exactly. It's
It's capitalizing off of somebody else's thing.
But that's
and we're always the butt of the joke.
But it's not unusual. And my thing is, if we're so upset about it, we should not be. I feel like it's a lot in a lot of ways. Like certain stuff, we're saying what Bill Cosby did was so bad, we shouldn't be trying to sit up here and make light of it later. But then when we mention his name, everybody wants to be fake woke and traumatized. You can't play both sides of the coin.
And I think everybody's perspective is different too, because like if you're a person that faced trauma like that and people didn't believe you, or because of who that person that caused that trauma was, it didn't go addressed. Anytime you hear an accusation like this, you're going to take the side of the victim proclaiming because you've been that victim and you don't want to say what they didn't do, and you're not going to want to justify, especially if it was somebody that was close to you. You're not going to want to justify, oh well, that's Bill Cosby, he wouldn't do that, because that begins to sound like your family telling you, well, that's your uncle, he wouldn't do that, or that's your cousin, he didn't mean nothing by it, or them putting blame on you, like, well, you shouldn't have wore this or whatever. So I think that is relative. It depends on your perspective. Now, a person that's kind of not experienced that and they're just kind of seeing this habit of accusing black men of doing these things, then you start to be like, well, wait a minute. All these men can't be doing this. Like, some ain't adding up. So I don't know. I think it just depends on your life experiences and your perspective, as well as what facts are presented when they make up the accusation.
Yeah, I mean, it's his side, her side, and the truth. It's kind of like what's about to happen in Louisiana right now.
What's going on there?
The cop who shot that black guy is applying for appeal.
Oh my gosh.
So
I don't even want to talk about that.
It's all it. Well, no. My reason for saying that is that when you get in the court of law, if we're trying to say we truly want stuff to happen, it's all about what you can prove. It's not about what's facts or not in court. Especially when you're working with a 12-person jury, it's not about facts. Who can you persuade?
Damn, Dad, you sound like a lawyer.
That's what court is. It's not about being 9 times out of 10. It's not about being right. If you're working with a judge, it's not all about facts. If you're working with a jury, it's definitely not about facts. What sympathy cards can you pull to make sure that people side with you? That's all it is. You want people to side with you. Be my lawyer, Des. And it's facts. That's part of the reason. That's why I argue don't. That's why I didn't want to be a lawyer though, because the thing is, being an attorney is like being a legal trick. You want cases you can win, and you want money. You only want to look good. You don't have to be right. You don't have to be moral. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. Your biggest thing is to be in a field that you understand, make money, and win cases. That's what law is.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than the stuff we've seen. We talked about Trayvon Martin. We talked about Mike Brown, where um, the young lady who was shot in Texas a couple of weeks ago. These are all stories. The guy who got shot in his apartment by a cop. All stories where what do we need? We need somebody who can sway or really have proof point evident facts. And the sad thing is about the guy who passed away is that he sat up here and said he did not want to be testified because he knew what was going to happen. And he was the key witness. He's gone now. You have a brand new jury. Most people who they're going to find living under a rock who've never heard about this case before. And now without the key witness, now what? Now that the family was embracing her hair and giving her a pat on the back and the judge gave her a Bible, oh, she can't be that bad if they didn't did that to her. She got convicted of murder.
Wait, they're retrying the
She filed for appeal. She filed for appeal. You can file for appeal. Smart attorney. Money well spent, guys. Money well spent.
I don't want to talk about it now. I feel itchy.
It's bad. It sucks.
It seems like it's a colorism thing because
Definitely.
I don't never hear about black people being afforded the opportunity to apply for an appeal and get it quickly. Like if this person gets that ability to appeal, and I hear about this in 2020, I'm gonna be upset because I feel like that never happens with any of the people that look like me.
Money. Again, your attorney who has money, who has clout. If you're smart, you hire an attorney who might have some kind of history with the district attorney or whoever's prosecuting you. You find people who have money. Right. That's why you have the term 25 to life. That's why you have people who are, even after marijuana is legal, they will still sit in a jail cell.
Why?
Money. You make money off jail.
But if the policies change.
No, guess what? You might not have been grandfathered into that law. You got to see what your view is on your state. Dang. Your state may not be a state that's going, oh, well, you know what? Going back, we're going to wipe everybody. We're going to let everybody out who's a nonviolent drug offending crime. That's not going to happen. Not all at once. You can't let all these jail cells go empty. That's money. Why do you think weed is just now becoming legal? They found stuff to make money off of, and they found a way to do it and change laws where enough people approve. We change the system, we benefit.
We are legit have an inmate
farm. Yeah.
What trees? Hold on. On Texas, we have a legit
inmate
farm attached to a prison on former plantation land.
Yep. And it's legal, too.
They produce, they grow, it's sold to a huge grocery chain less than a mile away.
And it's legal in every state.
Well, they always say prison is legal slavery.
It is legal slavery, 13th Amendment.
That's true, though. Let's see. They legalize, but look at those people saying. I mean, it is true because folks find a way to get it, regardless of if it's legal or not. So if it wasn't about the money, they could have been... made that decision.
It was always about the money and finding a way to make sure that the alcohol...
I'm about to look up the 13th Amendment.
Oh, yeah.
To see why you always say that.
That's one of my shirts coming very, very soon.
Well, talk about your business then.
Nah, but I mean...
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
That's still in the amendment today.
Exactly. And you've never learned that in any social studies class.
Hell no, I didn't. Because I knew some of them. We learned about the right to bear arms, which is some BS. Because if you bear arms on the wrong cop, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that here. And
but that's
you hear about the right to not incriminate yourself and remain silent.
Exactly.
13th on Netflix. Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah. I'm about to check that out.
But that's why you're able to see, different stuff of people who said they were in jail and they worked an 8-hour shift and made $9 for the day. That's why.
Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whereof parties shall have been duly convicted, shall exist with the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Congress shall have power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation.
Exactly, but nobody talks about it.
What?
Nobody talks about it. And yeah, Sunshine, you should air it out because folks don't know this stuff. Folks don't know this stuff.
Dang, bro.
I'm
It's like
not with it.
I didn't want to say it's like the Bible because I'm not trying to be offensive.
No, it's a portion
to
no.
religion because I'm Christian and I love God, but
No,
it's written in such a term that you have to not understand what that means, and you could look right over it if you wasn't paying attention, which a lot of us didn't pay attention enough. We learned in social studies what they told us we need to know number 1 and number 5. That's all you need to know. That's what the teachers tell us. What number 1 and number 5. That's the ones I'm gonna test you on. And so we grow up looking at that and not paying attention to what some of them other ones say. You got me wanting to look at the whole Constitution and see what I'm signed up for.
Like you have to understand
when I start teaching Afro psychology, I'm airing that classroom out. Truth is true.
And then here is the look.
I read where they earn anywhere from 13 cents to 25 cents an hour, and it's legal because once they become inmates, they're like cargo of the state. They don't have a right to earn minimum wage.
Yeah, and if you think about it, when you get a felony, you don't have the right to go out and work for the country.
You can't vote anymore. It's like being
you're a slave for the rest of your life. Read that.
Starting at the other?
No, read where you see Ephesians.
What verse is this?
Ephesians 6, verse 5 through 7.
Okay. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, and singleness of your heart and unto Christ, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart with good will doing service, as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that whatsoever good thing of any man doeth, the same shall he receiveth of the Lord, whether he be bond or free.
They said that was the scripture that people use to justify enslaving folks. Just from reading the beginning of the verse.
Serve your master.
Exactly.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Especially because black people were not taught how to read except when they had people that did know how. Like some of the white slave owners might have loved their biracial babies that they had and taught their kids how to read, and then the light-skinned mixed baby would go teach their dark-skinned friends in slavery how to read, and they end up being able to educate themselves and get out of that situation.
Pretty much.
And risk dying.
But, exactly.
Lord.
I mean, it's not new.
The fact that the Bible has slavery in it lets me know it's been tampered with.
Well, I mean, weren't the Israelites at one point? Was it the Israelites who were slaves?
Yeah, they were.
I mean, it's nothing new about it.
Because Moses had to go down and tell Pharaoh to let the people go.
It's nothing new. I'm not saying that the Bible justifies, but it speaks of it, and people find ways to interpret it to justify what they wanted to do.
That's true.
It's no different with any other law. I mean, but most people would not know that the 13th Amendment states that slavery is still legal in the United States if you go to jail. And who are most of the people who go to jail? Exactly. In many countries, I know there's plenty of countries on the continent of Africa that are still dealing with slavery. Slavery is not dead. Still alive and well. We just don't know about it. We're very fortunate. And it's not touched on because who wants to read about slavery every day? You'll get ratings out of it as a news follower, but you ain't gonna get the same ratings out of having a sad family who lost their son. People feel sympathy about that. They don't feel rage about it. Good
Good
night,
night, Latrice.
Latrice.
Thanks for joining us.
But I mean, yeah, it's a lot of stuff that needs to be aired out and said with understanding and explained, which is what I was saying the other week when we were having our couples day. It's certain stuff that we bypass because we don't think we're going to be affected by it. So like Sunshine was saying, have a black community. That's all I've been talking about. Having a
like
set,
a garden.
no, having a set area where you can have a black community on black property that benefits black people.
Oh, that's exactly what you said you wanted to do.
That's all I'm talking about.
Like you own the hair store, and you own the
you
barber
own
shop,
store,
and
you
then
own the
you own the liquor store.
You own the butcher
You
shop.
own a butcher shop, and you own clothing and the fabric and the vinyl
It
to make
becomes
clothes.
another way of creating Black Wall Street. It's another way of creating a Black Wall Street. That's all it is. You create Black Wall Street, another way for folks to make money. But we saw what happened when we did the last Black Wall Street.
Auburn Avenue?
Nah, they burned it to the ground. It was in Oklahoma. 1921, the burning of Black Wall Street. It was nothing but black folks and black businesses. And that dollar turned over probably about 20 times before it ever entered white America.
That's bad.
No, it's great. Black people were able to take the dollar and make it work for us as much as we needed to before we went to another community to make money.
Why does our money, somebody said our money only
stays in our community for 6 hours.
Yeah, for a short time.
What are we buying or what are we publicizing for it to not need to stay in our community for more than 6 hours? The stuff that we buy, the stuff that we make popular, what black businesses are selling that stuff?
Oh.
Folks was boycotting Gucci a little while ago, but now folks are wearing Gucci again. Who is Gucci owned by? The same thing we do with shoes, clothes, cars, everything. We just don't invest money in the black community, and if you don't, it's no way for that dollar to stay in the community, which is why I said I don't mind working to try to have a business and have friends who are entrepreneurs. Ergo, we're at least educating our own people on how to make this money. We can do internships with folks that don't even have to technically be internships. We're learning how to take care of each other instead of trying to use wealth to amass each other. Everybody want to get their wealth and shine on somebody and get put on. It's just different ways to do it. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be rich and famous. I'm not saying it is. But it's nothing wrong with spending your money in the black community once you are. If you got your hair done by black folks back when you ain't had no money and you wasn't no star, exactly. We didn't have that option of not supporting each other. This was way before Jim Crow was over with. This is way before separate but equal. You didn't have a choice but to buy in the black community. You could not go to the white Publix or the white Walmart or the white Kroger or the white gas station. You couldn't do none of that. You had to support the black community. If not, we were going to die out. So, I mean, that's all I'm saying is that it's nothing wrong with going to work for that business and be an engineer or be an IT specialist or be whatever. That's fine. Just make sure you don't forget about coming to spend in a community that you might have grown up in. There's nothing wrong with that. Try to own property in that community. Try to see it grow. That's all. Other than that, it's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with wanting to move to the nicer part of town just to get away from some stuff. But make sure we just don't let it get to the point to where it don't look like us. Because that's all that keep happening in our communities. They drive us out. They rebuild everything. They make it cost $125,000 more. Everybody, or they raise.
That is the case in Atlanta.
They raise the property
so
taxes
bad,
to where you can't pay for them.
They begging these people that these grandma they begging grandma to sell her house
and don't
and
sell
the
her house.
And the kids when she pass away
sell her
don't
house.
even want to keep the house and take care of it and keep the property in the family.
Because
granted, not And if they're not set up in a way to take care of the house, and the house was left in a bad state, then that's one thing.
That's a different situation.
But sometimes they're just like, I don't want that house. I want that money. These folks to offer me.
But then we don't understand
X amount for this house, and I
and
can
then you
have
go
money.
back and you make way more because the property is worth more, and it ends up being beneficial. It's just it's a lot that can be done that's not being done. And the thing is, nobody wants to be like, oh, you know what? I better burden. I'll just go ahead and bite the bullet. And
gentrification is bad here. They built a whole housing development, 400,000, 850,000, dang, on a former plantation and named it Sienna Plantation.
Sound like Simpson Mill. I don't know if it was land, but that's. I mean, it's not surprising though because there's so much land and the government.
I want to know. Wait, how Tyler Perry was able to purchase the old plantation?
He paid for it straight up.
Without somebody wanting it. Or
somebody probably did want it, but if it's public property, they're gonna take the highest bidder.
Well, kudos to him then.
They're gonna want to make the most money off of it as possible. At the end of the day, this is all a business. Everything, if it's money being exchanged, it's a business. And folks have to look at it like that. That's what it is.
The same way he was able to host the Democratic debate. He hosted the Democratic debate.
I don't know, but if he did.
Oh, snap.
It's money. Money.
I mean, he is like this with Oprah.
I mean, I don't even care about that, but...
Oh, he is hosting it soon.
And
interesting.
That's terrible. Why? What does he know about politics?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Quit doing stuff like that. That's why we in the position we in now with Trump. Quit letting people host stuff they don't need to be hosting.
We're not going there.
All I'm saying is, everybody has their lane. If you're an actor, there's nothing wrong with stepping into certain parts of stuff. But when we're talking about influencing an election, let's get people there who actually understand how to ask these questions and know what's really going on.
Maybe he does. I don't know. He has a studio before and they weren't checking for him. Now that they want that black excellence.
Exactly. He's popular. He has... And the thing is with Democrats...
Oh, he's not literally hosting. I'm thinking you mean like Steve Harvey hosting. They mean they're paying for his studio so he can do the debate on his TV.
What I'm saying is they're using folks who look like us to influence the party that most of us vote with.
Oh.
The reason you do it is not because
they're not paying.
No, they're not paying him money. They're using him to make sure he's going to be somebody that's going to get eyes on the product to sit up here and help more black people vote Democrat.
Oh.
It's an influence thing. It's like when...
Why did he go for that then? He don't understand that he being used as a
No, because there's a business deal involved that you and I may not understand. When you get to a certain level of money, it's certain business exchanges.
They know black folks not voting.
Right, and
they know it and they're terrified.
Yeah, because the poll is already saying the only person who's running that's probably going to beat Trump is Bernie. And they do not want Bernie at any cost. He's too social. He's too much of a socialist for them. What he wants to change is too radical for them. That's the only way to beat Trump. Man. But it's not the first time. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Hillary have Beyonce and Jay-Z? Obama was black, but he
and
still
Beyonce was looking like, I guess.
But Obama
wasn't really happy. She didn't look. She looked thrilled when she was there with Obama.
Right, but
when it was Hillary, she looked like, well.
But it's a way of doing business. That's all it is. It's business. Of course they will. Of course they will.
It ain't our fault.
Partially.
It ain't our fault.
The reason.
But we don't educate ourselves on politics, and so we only vote. A lot of times we don't vote locally at all. We only vote when it's a big election on the leap years. That's when everybody want to vote.
Well, and the thing is, people are not feeling like it's important.
Don't even be knowing what's going on.
Voting for. Like, folks will say, oh, well, you need to vote because of this and that. Let's make sure we understand what and who we're voting for first.
Mm-hmm.
Folks be like, "Oh, well, I'm voting for this person." Then it's like a trickle effect. Everybody start voting for the same person. We all start arguing why you should be voting for this person. Okay, cool. You want to vote for him? Nothing wrong with that. I felt like the last election was like picking which side of your foot, which foot you was gonna shoot yourself in. Exactly. At the last 4 months of selection, all of a sudden she got hot sauce in her purse, and she want to do all this nice stuff at black
Hot
events.
sauce.
She did. She had like this little thing where she was laughing and smiling,
Oh
talking about she had hot sauce in her bag, swag, and all that. Like, lady, I don't care about no hot sauce in your bag. What are you doing for us? Hillary lost the election. When the last time we seen Hillary?
She said she needed some time.
How much time you need? We finna be on the next election, man. You need some time.
They drug her through the mud. They didn't. You know how? Like, I don't even want to talk about racism and stuff on my channel because, like,
No, they did
YouTube
drag
be trying to block you.
They
But what I'm
drugged
trying
Hillary.
to
They drugged
say,
Hillary
what I'm
through
trying
the
to
mud.
say is they drug her through the mud.
Yep.
And the thing is, Caucasian men were so sexist and racist that Democrats would rather let a man be the president than have a female president.
It's the same thing that happened with Obama. They chose Obama over Hillary.
But okay,
and that was more than just regular folks. That was the same issue.
but I'm saying that it's sexism, or is that sexism? Yeah, sexism on men from both parties. Y'all would rather pick somebody that's not a good fit to be president to not have a woman.
Well, you also have to look at what Hillary did back in the early '90s too. Hillary's not completely innocent.
No,
she's not completely innocent, and the thing is,
Trump won because he likes Game of Thrones.
Exactly. Trump never expected to win. If you sit down and watch the interview he had with Oprah, back in like the '90s, he said exactly what he was gonna do had he run for president. He said it in an interview, and what did he do 15, 20 years later? Turn around and did it and won.
Everyone will vote for me because I'm rich or whatever.
No, he was like he said he was gonna find the party with the dumbest people who are easiest to convince, and he was gonna exploit it. He was gonna do everything he could, and he was gonna win. And he didn't expect to win. He never expected to win. What happened? He won. He was able to do whatever he wanted to. Bro, he's not a complete idiot. The stuff that comes out of his mouth is very stupid, but he's not a complete idiot.
I don't know, y'all, but it's getting late. I just want to thank you so much for rocking with us tonight. Let me know in the comments below if y'all want me to come back next Wednesday, November the 6th. November the 6th. And do another real talk. Before I go, Desmond and I will be celebrating our first wedding anniversary on Sunday, November 3rd. So I guess next week we'll talk a little bit about like the first year of marriage. Yeah. If you didn't know, I have a new video up about that already that was posted 2 days ago. So check that video out if you're still up and want to watch content. But it's talking about like the challenges of being married and in your 20s at a young age, and just understanding like how to get through it. And yeah, it's just like a mix of stuff, but I have some good content coming for you all. I'm starting to kind of get an understanding from what y'all want from me, so I'm trying to be more consistent in delivering that for y'all. But yeah, if y'all have any requests, yes, sunshine. If you have any requests, let me know, because I do my requests. As long as you're not asking me to do like a spicy noodle challenge or something silly, I'll do it.
Depending on what noodles.
Dez will do the spicy noodle challenge, and I'll record it and be his cheerleader. But as long as it's not nothing like crazy or illegal or inappropriate, then I will do it for y'all. But like real talk wise, if you ask me, I'll cover the topic and make a video about it, or we'll go live and talk about it. She said, "Hey, noodles is good."
I like authentic ramen and authentic pho. I actually had some
Yeah.
pho Sunday and it was good. Could have been a little bit spicier, but it was good.
I like Jamaican food a
I like
lot.
Jamaican food too.
But the pho was good. Our throats were scratchy after we came back from our trip, and this broth really helped like clear up that scratchy feeling that I had. But are you laughing at me?
No.
Bye, Desmond. Des is looking at memes on Instagram, and he's being childish. So I love
That
y'all
was
so
funny.
much. Please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. And we will see y'all on our next Real Talk next Wednesday. Bye.